मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं मनसा स्मरामि। श्रीरामदूतं वचसा वदामि। श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। ॐ Today we proceed with Valmiki Ramayana, verse number 12. We recite from 12, but we begin unfoldment from 16. We start with verse 1. Om tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram Naradam paripapracha Valmikir munipungavam.
Om tapaswadhyaya niratam tapasvi vagvidamvaram Naradam paripapracha Valmikir munipungavam.
Konvasmin sampratam loke Gunavan kascha viryavan Dharmagnyascha kritagnyascha Satyavakyo dridhavrataha.
Konvasmin sampratam loke Gunavan kascha viryavan Dharmagnyascha kritagnyascha Satyavakyo dridhavrataha.
Dharmagnya satyasandhascha prajanam cha hite rataha yashasvi jnana sampannaha shuchivashya samadhiman.
Dharmagnya satyasandhascha prajanam cha hite rataha yashasvi jnana sampannaha Shuchirvashya samadhiman.
Prajapati samashriman dhata ripunishudanaha rakshita jivalokasya dharmasya parirakshita.
Prajapati samashriman dhatari punishudanaha Rakshita jivalokasya dharmasya parirakshita.
Rakshita swasya dharmasya swajanasya cha rakshita Veda vedanga tatvagnyah dhanurvede cha nishtitaha.
Rakshita swasya dharmasya swajanasya cha rakshita Veda vedanga tatvagnyah dhanurvede cha nishtitaha.
Sarvashastrartha tatvagnyah smritiman pratibhanavan sarvalokapriya sadhuhu adinatma vichakshanaha.
Sarvashastrartha tatvagnyah Smritiman pratibhanavan sarvalokapriya sadhuhu adinatma vichakshanaha.
Sarvada bhigata sadbhihi samudra iva sindhubhihi Arya sarva samaschaiva Sadaiva Priyadarshanaha Sarvada Bhigatas Sadbhihi samudra iva sindhubihi.
Sarvada bhigata saddhihi samudra iva sindhubihi.
Arya sarva samaschaiva sadaiva priyadarshanaha.
Arya sarva samaschaiva sadaiva priyadarshanaha.
So continuing Sri Rama's qualities, in the last session we saw some of his mental disposition. A list was given so that what is seen in your archetype, in your hero, is really what becomes your own practice, your own sadhana. And therefore, this is a style in our tradition, as I have said before, whether it is Bhagavad Gita or it is Ramayana or any other text where the qualities of a Siddha Purusha, of an accomplished soul, is described so that that becomes an inspiration for us to emulate. And so along these lines, verses 12 to 15, we have seen beautiful description of Lord Rama. And now here from verse 16 continuing. In verse 16, Sage Narada says, he is such a powerful personality, and he compares his power like the power of the ocean. He says, how the ocean is sought after by the rivers. Which is that river that does not move to meet the ocean? Which is that river who doesn't wish to meet the ocean? And so here, when it descends from the heights, it is in search of the ocean, including Gangaji, who emerges in the heights of the Himalayas. And where does she end up? She ends up in Ganga Sagar, So emerging in the Himalayas and then traveling across the entire country all the way up to Ganga Sagar, up to the ocean. And therefore here, how the ocean is sought by the rivers, so too sadbihi sarvada abhigataha. Sadbihi means by the good people, by the devotees, by the priests, by the brahmanas, by the dharmic people. What do? They all seek Lord Rama, They all seek that Ananda born of Dharma. Lord Rama represents a capacity to revel in yourself when you are rooted in Dharma, when you are rooted in the moral order with the universe, then that attraction to be that way is drawn from Sri Rama's life. Every one of you, to see what is called the bluff of an emperor, of a ruler, when they are out to conquer a land, anything goes just so that they can achieve the end. And so here, this is not that Arya. Arya here means noble. Pujyaha. Arya means Pujyaha. One who is noble. Sarva Samaha. He treats everyone alike. Whether they give you happiness or they give you discomfort, from his side the treatment is one. Same treatment. Sarva Samaha. Kids have interesting comments and perceptions. To remain same to all means it is boring. We are not talking about a monotony. We are talking about facing life's challenges with an equanimity, right? And so we got to always explain ourselves properly. You know why? Well, she's not Priya Darshanaha. She's not one who is Sada Priya Darshanaha. She's Priya Darshana only after the makeup. And therefore, when the makeup goes, then you hide your face. So here, Sada eva Priyadarshanaha Sacha Sarva. Next verse. Sacha Sarva Gunopetaha.
Sacha Sarva Gunopetaha.
Kausalyananda Vardhanaha.
Kausalyananda Vardhanaha.
Samudra iva Gambhirye.
Samudra iva Gambhirye.
Dhairyena Himavaniva.
Dhairyena Himavaniva.
Sacha Sarva Gunopetaha. Kausalyananda Vardhanaha. Samudra iva Gambhirye. Dhairyena Himavaniva.
Sacha Sarva Gunopetaha. Kausalyananda Vardhanaha. Samudra iva Gambhirye. Dhairyena Himavaniva.
So Sacha Saha Ramaha, that Rama who was endowed with all these exalted qualities, really he was the one who enhanced the joy of Mother Kausalya. He was the one who was, his presence would simply make Kausalya happy, his mother happy. Some other sons will give heartaches to the mother, right? So with Sri Rama, he brought strength and joy to his mother. And why was that? Because Samudra iva Gambhirya, these similes are simply fabulous, absolutely astounding similes. Samudra iva, like the ocean, Gambhirye. What is Gambhirye? So he was one who was, how can you say that? Very, very deep. So a certain deepness. When you look at the ocean is boundless, boundless. Its magnitude, can we fathom the magnitude of the ocean? Even when you sit on the beach and you look at the ocean, oh, it is so boundless, so vast, and so deep, isn't it? Right? So powerful, and yet so gentle when it comes near the bank, right? So gentle. And this big and gentle, like the elephant. When you look at the elephant also, huge, but so gentle. When it chooses to, okay? Unless it is in its rut. And elephant in rut, you want to stay away, but at other times, so gentle. So the ocean, Gambhiryam refers to that is just irresistible. The ocean is so irresistible. It draws you because it is boundless, it is magnificent, it is deep, it is profound, and no matter what happens, it is not shaken by anything, So we say it cools the mind. It is cooling. If you go sit near on the beach, you fall asleep. The rhythm of the waves is so absorbing. It creates a laya in you, creates an awe, and all of that. That quality, who has? Sri Rama. That's our hero, yeah? So understand who he was. This was his attraction. Irresistible was his appearance. And not only that, Dhairyena himavan iva. Dhairyena. So his fortitude, nothing will move him. There are some people, even if you hit a pan on his head, it won't move him. There are people, sometimes very frustrating to get annoyed at such people because nothing changes with them. We call them thick-skinned. It's not about being thick-skinned. He's not a rhinoceros. But he is well rooted within himself. And so he remains centered. That is called dhairyam. And that is compared to Himavan. That's compared to the mountains, to the mountains. Look at the mountains, so majestic. Kalagni sadrisha krodhe
कालाग्नि सदृश क्रोधे
Kshamaya prithvi samaha
क्षमया पृथिवी समः
Vishnuna sadrisho virye Somavat priyadarshanaha Kalagni sadrisha krodhe Kshamaya prithvi samaha
विष्णुना सदृशो वीर्ये सोमवत् प्रियदर्शनः कालाग्नि सदृश क्रोधे क्षमया पृथिवी समः.
Wonderful. And so here in verse number 18, closing this section, Vishnuna sadrishaha virye. So where it comes to valor, virya is valor. He is equal to Narayana himself. Of course, Narayana, Vishnu himself, because he is Vishnu, And so the valor is fearless. The world belongs to him. Somavat priyadarshanaha. So, like the moon, Soma is the moon. Like the moon, he is very, very pleasing. So he is pleasing, he is cooling. You meet some people.
It has to be.
Kindly keep muted, please. Yeah. So look at this. Priyadarshanaha. When you look at some faces, you feel cool, no? You also say, kids say this, this person is cool. That means what? When you look at it's not scorching face. Some faces scorch you. You look at that face, you get jolted. So it's not a scorching face, it is a cooling face. It's a pleasing face like the moon. Somavat priyadarshanaha. And then what? Now look. But when he is angry, kalagni sadrishaha. Kalagni means pralayagni. Like a fire of destruction. If you cross the line of dharma, if you cross the line of the moral order of the universe, then there is no forgiving, So stay within your law and order of harmony of life. If that is crossed, then we face Krodha of Lord Rama. And then what? Next line he says, Krodha is there, but Kshamaya Prithvi Samaha. Very beautiful. I love this last example. Prithvi Samaha. So she gives, when it comes to forgiveness, forbearance or forgiveness, he is like Mother Earth. We call Earth Mother Earth. Why? Because apakaranam shatamapi atmavattaya. However much you abuse the earth, my environmentalist students in this group will love me for this. All the abuse we put on the earth, and really not only earth, we have not left any space. Whether in the ocean we have our garbage, in the space we have our garbage, on earth we have a garbage, name it, it is there everywhere, This is really, really pathetic. No life form has created this much level of garbage as human beings have. And so but Mother Earth is what? Ever forgiving. Ever forgiving. We dump on her, then we go back to her for our grains. We go back to her for our food. Where else will you go? Can you go to the sky and produce some pulses and so on? Vegetables, eggplant, lady's finger, nothing. It's all back to earth. So no matter how much we abuse her, she is ever forgiving and ever providing, ever a mother at heart. And so Sri Rama, so where he carries a heart of forgiveness. You see this in Ramayana, in the war even with Ravana, how he behaves is amazing. And so in the concluding line he says, Dhanadena samastyagaha Dhanadena samastyage
Dhanadena samastyage
Satye dharma ivaparaha
Satye dharma ivaparaha
Tamevang gunasampannam Ramam satyaparakramam
Tamevang gunasampannam Ramam satyaparakramam.
So here with the first line, Dhanadena samatyage. So simply walk by and say hi there, So they go in and do namaskara, puja, everything and big queue in Kubera Lingam. So this is how it is. He is very generous. He is known, he is a god of wealth. And so Dhanadena samatyage. Sri Rama is so generous like Kubera. Satye dharma iva aparaha. So in Satya means with reference to Satya Vachanam, with reference to truth. He is like, truth means justice. He is like Yamadharma Raja. He is the one, he is like that deity. He is another Yamadharma Raja. Means what? So what should be will be. There is no compromise. When time comes to leave the earth, Lord Yama comes, you cannot say, just give me another 24 hours, my daughter is in the delivery room, I need to see my grandson. Just wait, just wait, a few more minutes. No such thing. Your time has come, it's time to go. And therefore, time has a last laugh. In other words, it's fair, just, truth. Time, the truth of time is, at this moment, it will be what is meant to be. At this moment, it will be what is meant to be, and therefore there is no manipulation. No, Ammaji, we keep Indian time, little bit plus, little bit minus is okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. In our human system, it may be okay, but in the higher worlds, time is time. And so he says, Tam evam guna sampannam Ramam. Actually, this continues with the next verse meaning. The verb is in the next verse, and so we will see this portion later. But basically, he says, Sri Rama, who was endowed in this manner with so many qualities, Satya Parakramam, one who always came out a winner. His powers never failed him. So, who was the eldest of this family, and this person, what about him? We are going to see a section, the next verse onwards, where he describes that it was this Rama who King Dasharatha wanted to enthrone as the prince, right? As the Yuvraj, as the prince of Ayodhya, he wanted to enthrone him.